We welcome you to the Berkshires, the southern Berkshires of Massachusetts. Doing a little day hike here. This is called Sage's Ravine. We're along the Appalachian Trail for a couple of miles. My wife and I checking out her feet at the moment. Jennifer's taking just a little day hike while we're up here doing other things to celebrate our birthday. So western Massachusetts, but we are right on the border of Connecticut, and we are about to go up this mountain straight up here. I'm not sure. What'd you drop? Oh no, please tell me that's not your phone. What is it?
My sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Okay, could be worse. Those are the perils of being outside. So anyway, we're gonna hike like maybe 2 miles along the AT on a little loop hike today. Not an official section hike per se, but we're gonna be hiking throughout the Berkshires here on our little weekend trip. So we'll take you along with some pictures and stuff, and hope you enjoy it. Now we're going to look for some sunglasses in Sage's Ravine in the creek. Be right back. And now we begin the climb up Bear Mountain. I've been on the Appalachian Trail in 9 states. Now I'm about to hit the 10th of the 14. I'm crossing from Massachusetts into Connecticut. Woohoo! I'm gonna hike up Bear Mountain now. Jennifer's waiting ahead, getting a drink. So, but another little milestone as we head up. Say cheese. All right, weathered. This mountain marks the highest ground in Connecticut. Not technically true. This is the summit of Bear Mountain, technically right here, which is the highest mountain summit in Connecticut. It was a rough climb coming up from the north. Let's give you a better view of this. Aha. Watch out for copperheads. This is man-made though. This doesn't count as the mountain itself. Yes. Woo! Welcome to the summit of Bear Mountain. We're at the highest mountain summit in the state of Connecticut. Beautiful, huh? So, if we look over here, that's north towards the rest of the Berkshire Mountains. We are actually in Connecticut. The ground you're seeing over there is, matter of fact, on the other side of that ravine is Massachusetts. So we're probably a half a mile from the border, which we already crossed. Now I mentioned that this is the highest mountain in Connecticut. Not the highest ground of Connecticut though. So way over here, and I can't see over the trees. Maybe in the wintertime you could. About 1.5 miles to our west, that direction, is Mount Frizzell, which the summit of that mountain, it lies over in Massachusetts. However, the highest ground in Connecticut is the south shoulder of that mountain. Jennifer and I were there about 10 years ago when we came up this way and tried to hit the high point of Connecticut. So that's not too far. It's just down the trail 1 mile and then up another mountain. But so highest mountain in Connecticut, but not really the highest point. So more people are coming. We'll see you on the bottom. All All right, headed down Bear Mountain towards the south, looking due northwest right now. There's a paraglider if you look all the way there. I don't know if the camera will come out on the camera. That paraglider is on the south shoulder of Mount Frizzell, which I talked about from the summit is the highest point, highest ground in Connecticut. So if you can follow my finger, this is Grindell or Grinnell Mountain. That is a little hump there is Round Mountain. And then behind that is Mount Frizzell, the summit of which is in Massachusetts. So you go down the summit about here, and that's kind of the state line that runs kind of all the way across it. And so the highest ground in Connecticut is on the south shoulder of a mountain that peaks in Massachusetts. So now you've seen it. All right, let's continue heading down on a beautiful afternoon in the northern Connecticut Appalachian Mountains. Oh wow, we can see it. All right, this is the summit of Mount Greylock in Massachusetts, 3,489 feet, state high point. We took about a mile hike up on the AT to get here. Jen and I were here, about 10 years ago, and I'll put a photo up. We couldn't see a thing. The view from up here is incredible, but not that day. It was foggy and rained in, so we just took a shot in the fog and left just to check it off the high point list. But that War Memorial Tower was built in the 1930s. It was refurbished a lot. You can walk all the way to the top. Get some great photos, 360 degrees looking in to the Adirondacks, to the Green Mountains, to the Catskills, all the Berkshires to the south, and then looking east across this great state of Massachusetts. So over here is the Bascom Lodge, which we're going to go visit here in a second. The lodge is a place, if you're an AT hiker, you can stay. There's bunks in there for like 45 bucks a night. And they provide breakfast and food and everything else too. It can get quite cold here, as you can imagine, because it's so exposed, but it's in July right now, so it's absolutely beautiful. So if you get the chance, we're at the top of Massachusetts, Mount Greylock.